Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. I am Brian, or Two Game Prince, whatever you prefer, and it's about 2:30 on a Friday night, or 2:30 a.m. on a Friday morning, I should say. Yeah, that makes more sense. And I figure it just to be a good time to, I don't know, maybe talk about myself a little. I mean, I realize that is what I mainly do on this channel, but I feel the time has come to engage my audience more and definitely put forth on this platform a lot more, since I do hope it goes somewhere someday, but who can say. My name is Brian Charles Alexander. I was born in Brooklyn. I've lived in Florida, and now I live in Jersey. And I've lived in Jersey for the last 6 years. I live with my family. I once had a dog that I miss very much. And I am 22 years of age currently. I write. I do art. There was a point in which I was actually spray painting a lot of art pieces. I'm not sure if I would have mentioned that before. I know some of my past videos talk about, it's in some of my past videos in the back, you can see the evolution of my room. It's all been the exact same place. It's just changed a lot. Placement of beds, color of the walls, arrangement of furniture. This room has evolved a ton. And basically, I made this channel as just a fun shot in the dark type of thing, because I'd say the biggest inspirations for the channel so far are Boogie 2988. I really enjoy him talking about like his personal life and stuff like that. And now me personally, I know nobody would really give a shit about me just sitting around and talking about myself. I don't even want to listen to that crap. Despite what some people might believe of me liking to hear the sound of my own voice, I just like talking about shit. Half the time I don't really care what it is. I'm not a big fan about, I'm not too big into politics. The only times I really ever talk about politics are if someone's like bugging me about it and I purposely want to piss them off. So my loyalties can drop, my loyalties can be completely switched over if you just happen to be pissing me off at that moment in time. I can, I'll switch up my beliefs if it's something that you're bugging me about and I agree with you on the subject, but you're still being annoying about it. I'm taking a different stance. Petty as that may seem, I actually, in my personal opinion, I don't hold any, I don't take anything too seriously. Most things I prefer to handle as a joke, because life is already hard enough as it is. And, you need little victories in your life, I believe, in order to get by and keep yourself from, sinking into a deep dark hole from which there is no return. I created this channel as a way to just talk about shit that I am interested in. I love Magic the Gathering. I love movies. I kind of like the film industry. I kind of like, I do love video games, which I do want to start talking about on this channel more. But video games, I'm very, I'm the type of person that gets on and I know like when to get off. Like most of the people that I know jump on a video game and then they don't stop. They'll play and they become obsessive, and that's it. You can't get them off of it. I'll hop on a video game. I'll be on for like 30 minutes. I'll be like, okay, time to put it away. So, same thing with anime. I'm not overly obsessive about anime. I am honestly not a big fan of Japanese culture. I have no desire to go to Japan. Because it was funny in school, you mentioned you watch an anime and everyone's like, he's a weeb, oh my god, otaku, blah blah blah. I love American culture. American culture is actually the only type of culture that I really want to associate with other than perhaps British culture, I guess. But it's really only for the food aspects, I think. Um, I realize that I have a tendency to ramble on subjects, and I'm not really going to watch my language on here because it's my channel. I'm going to talk about what I like to talk about. If somebody, disagrees in the comments, like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't care either way. But if it's fun to, argue, it's fun to argue, and I can't doubt that it's fun to argue. I like arguing. It passes time, in my opinion. Yeah, but I just really desire to talk about everything and anything. With regards to entertainment. And there was a few ideas. Like, originally I was thinking about doing much more high budget shit. I originally wanted to do characters. I used to have a channel before this one in which I did this neckbeard character for a few years while I was in high school. And it was a result of, like, my friends thought that it would be my friends thought that, cringe culture was hilarious. So I made this character Malcolm Z, and I did that. And Malcolm Z was kind of my first introduction to actually doing YouTube stuff. And I had made so many videos with Malcolm Z, but eventually I did cut my hair, and I feel like the hair made the character. So when I lost the hair, it's like, okay, it's time to retire him. Plus, I was getting bored of doing it anyways. And then what I did was a year or so later, I was like, wow, that was actually kind of interesting. Like, I had something kind of going there for a while. 90% of the people that saw it weren't in on it, and which was the point from the beginning, and lots of people hated it. But the point was that it still gained attention, and the people who did get the joke of the Malcolm Z channel would, like, I'd get, like, emails or private messages and shit. It's like, hey, that's really funny. You should do this, that, and the other thing. So that was my first taste of, like, ooh, this could go somewhere. I mean, not even for money purposes. I really don't give a shit about the money. I just enjoy the platform. I think the platform's nice. It's something nobody used to have, like, way, way back. I'm talking, like, pre-90s. So I think it's very interesting that we have this now. But overall, like, in my life personally, I am a writer, or at least I'm trying to be a writer. And I don't mean, like, I'm a struggling PC millennial self-inserting himself into, fantasy Harry Potter fan fiction writing. None of that fucking shit. I'm very old-timey. If I was to think of a phrase or a word to describe it, I'm very old-minded, old set. I love a lot of, like, the old shit, old classics, very nostalgic. That goes for the same with movies, TV shows, like, and I'd like to incorporate that into the channel. I'd also like to get around to card games, because there's a lot of card games I still play, I still like. But once again, I'm not too obsessive in any one thing. Hell of a time to make a video about 3 a.m. I remember in some ways some of my friends had suggested my videos were kind of like the white noise of YouTube, that they're good to watch just, like, in the background, like if somebody's doing something, you just want something on. And I'm like, if that's all my channels get remembered for, I'd be okay with that. I'd be alright. Just like a guy that somebody puts on in the background of something I'd be kind of interested in that. But yeah, I just do this channel because I love the platform. I love talking about shit, and that was another big thing I did. Like I said, I didn't want to do something with a huge budget, and then once I kind of saw Boogie do like those vlogs, and I didn't want to do vlogs. Obviously, like, me on here is going to be quite a more louder, cartoonish, way more self-opinionated version of what I'm actually like. But hopefully, hopefully that's funny, because I try to be funny. And also I think I have my moments, but I think overall I'm not inherently funny. But at least, with the way that I make the videos and like the jokes and shit that I tell, hopefully it strikes a chord or gets somewhere. It's funny because now I'm looking back on old videos and going like, I should have done that differently, or I should have said that instead of that. And as far as politics on the channel go, I'm not really interested in politics. I'm not really interested in, unless they pertain to the thing I'm talking about, like, political aspects of, let's say, a TV show or a movie. Like, there's a film called Winter Kills. I saw it. It was an amazing film. I really want to bring that up. And that's probably, most likely, going to tie into political stuff. But other than that, I really don't care much about, the state of YouTube, most other YouTubers. I would like to be separate from all that shit. I'm just here to have a good time while I can. And, yeah, I hope that you all take this ride with me, and maybe it'll become something one day. Or maybe it'll become nothing, and it'll just be around as a good momentum. It's like, hey, like hearing some random dude babble about bullshit? Go over here. This is the place for you. And that's really all it is. That's really all it is in the end. It's all I want to be. That's all I want this channel to be known for. Is just, this is a guy that talks about stuff. And that's it. Pardon me if I'm not more enthusiastic. I am very tired. Yes, hope I'm not sounding weirder than I already probably made myself out to be. I'm not weird. Honestly, I'm not one of those people who brags about, oh, I'm so weird, I'm so strange, I'm so this. I'm just human, man. I'm doing what I'm doing. There's no, I found something funny the other day. I was watching the news or some crap, and I noticed whenever people in the news, you know what? I'm not going to talk about this right now. I'm going to talk about it in my next video. Zip my mouth up. Thank you for joining me. Click on the video after this to see what I was talking about. Or what I wanted to talk about. That's a good subject too. Shit. Are you going to click off yet? Okay.